Alright, so this is going to be the start of a new series on my channel. It's going to be the How to Burst on Every Single Class series. I definitely didn't put this off for a very long time. Basically, what I'm going to be going over is essentially how to burst on every single class. And it's not going to be a 40-second BA or how to do a 40-second BA on X class. No, it's going to be how to burst while you have your cooldowns activated. So I intend to make these videos to teach you how to properly get your damage out there while you have all your buffs going. And I feel like a 40-second BA doesn't do every single class justice. So I hope that this video series will be a good guide for most people out there. Some of these videos will be longer than others because some classes have longer bursts than others. For example, Shadower Burst is not as long as Arc Burst because Arc's Infinity Spell lasts, like 100 seconds. In this first video, I'll be covering Shadower. This is the class that I main currently, and I'll be doing my best to go over how I'm bursting. Another thing to mention is to not only use my videos as a guide, but there's other good guides out there such as Dubsley's guide that I'll leave a link to in the description. I'll be doing my best to have my information as accurate as possible. But yeah, I'll show you guys how the burst rotation looks first, and then we'll break it down in detail. So we're going to go over the burst, and we're going to watch it back at 50% the speed, and I'm going to try to explain exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Something very important to understand on this game is by the time you are ready to start attacking after you pop all your buffs are going to have ticked down quite a bit since then. For example, if I pop my Goddess, which has a 60-second duration, and then as I'm popping all my other buffs after that, by the time I start attacking, maybe Goddess has like 50 seconds left. So it's really important to know which buffs to pop first and which ones are more important than other ones. So let's watch. So you want to start off in Darksight because Shadower gains 15% final damage while being in Darksight. So you want to try to maintain Darksight as much as possible. I pop my Maple Blessing just in case I don't have it up so that I'm able to use Goddess. The first thing I use is Dark Flare. The reason I use Dark Flare first is because in your overall damage output, Dark Flare doesn't matter that much. So I pop it first just so that it's out there, and it doesn't really matter that much if the duration of it goes down quite a bit by the time I actually start attacking. Epic Adventure is the second thing you want to pop. It only gives 10% damage, and it lasts for 60 seconds, so it lasts for quite a while. But again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. You want to pop it at the start so that by the time you start attacking, it's okay if the duration of that buff isn't 60 seconds because it doesn't matter that much that you lost some uptime on it. You're never going to have 100% utilization of all your buffs on this game. Then you pop Maple Goddess. Maple Goddess, another 60-second buff. But this is your first big buff that you pop. So once Goddess is activated, you want to start going quick because you want to utilize as much Goddess as you can. After Goddess, you use Smoke. I use Smoke after that because, again, it goes back to the importance of buffs and which ones give more damage than others. I use Smoke. It lasts 30 seconds. and it gives you, I believe, an extra 20% crit damage while being in smoke. After smoke screen, you want to use your Shadow Walker. Shadow Walker is another very, very big buff like Goddess, so you want to try to utilize that as much as you can. Shadow Walker giving you a bonus 11% final damage and permanently keeping you in Darkseid for the entire duration of it. As you can see on the top right, there's 50 seconds left on Goddess, 56 seconds left on Epic Adventure. This is what I mean by you're not going to get your full utilization of your buffs as you're popping your buffs. Like, I haven't even started attacking yet, and I'm still wasting some time on my buffs. But it's okay, because things like Dark Flare and Epic Adventure, they don't affect your damage too much. So that's why you want to pop them early. Next thing you want to pop is AB Link. AB Link before your last resort 2 times, because AB Link doesn't give you as much damage as last resort. So again, it goes back to knowing what buffs you can get away with utilizing a little bit less, which because you're going to have to make some sort of sacrifice. Again, you can't utilize all your buffs 100% of the way. Like, even though Shadow Walker is a very strong skill, there's only 26 seconds left on it, right? And I haven't even started attacking. But that's okay, because these buffs that I popped after Shadow Walker, AB Link, Last Resort, and now my Roar, are more important than Shadow Walker, because they give me even more damage. So I want to utilize those last 3 buffs, AB Link, Last Resort, and Roar, as much as I can, because those give me the most amount of damage. As soon as you pop your Roar, you want to press Assassinate with SSF / Shadow Formation. Assassinate with SSF, it cancels the / Shadow Formation animation, so that way you could keep attacking immediately after that. And then as soon as you press SSF, that's when you want to press your Sonic Blow. Sonic Blow being your biggest burst skill right away. See, SSF will be going on its own, Sonic Blow will be attacking, and then as soon as Sonic Blow is about to end, you want to press your Trick Blade, doing massive damage and canceling you out of your Sonic Blow, so you can immediately start weaving with Assassinate and Meso Explosion after that. So at this point, this is the most important part of Shadower's burst. The first about 7 to 8 seconds of when you pop your Roar is the most crucial part you need to get down. You need to do the SSF animation cancel with Assassinate, Sonic Blow, and Trick Blade. Those 3 back to back are the strongest point, and that is your peak of your burst. And then after that, it's pretty simple. You just spam Assassinate with Meso Explosion, and you just weave in for the most part. One thing to keep in mind while you're doing this is you want to be aware of your Shadow Walker cooldown. Since you're in Darkseid right now, you have bonus damage, but once Shadow Walker goes away, you will not be in Darkseid. So you want to make sure that you're aware of this, so you're not shocked when you actually take damage as you're bursting. So you hit your second Trick Blade after that. You want to use it immediately so that the Trick Blade lines up with the next incoming Sonic Blow. So you can see on the bottom right, Sonic Blow and Trick Blade are going to be up around the same time. So the next Trick Blade that I use will be with Sonic Blow again. So you can see Shadow Walker just dropped there, meaning I'm not in Darkseid. And as a Shadower, you want to be in Darkseid as long as you can. So what do you do at this point? I look and I see that I have Shadow Veil up, but I don't want to use Shadow Veil right away, because I also know that Sonic Blow and Trick Blade are coming up soon as well. And since Shadow Veil lasts for 12 seconds, and if you remember, as a Shadower, you want to be in Darkseid, it gives you bonus damage. Shadow Veil keeps you in Darkseid as you're attacking. So I want to use Shadow Veil as my Sonic Blow and Trick Blade are coming back up, so that when I use my Sonic Blow and Trick Blade again, I'm still in Darkseid, because Shadow Veil keeps me in Darkseid. So I don't pop it immediately. Like right now, I'm not in Darkseid. But when I notice that there's about 8 seconds left on Sonic Blow, I pop Shadow Veil, and I enter Darkseid, and now I continue my weaving. And by the time Sonic Blow is back up, I'll be able to use it with Trick Blade, and I'll be in Darkseid again, because Shadow Veil keeps me in Darkseid. So I see that Sonic Blow is up. You immediately use it. Trick Blade out of it. And this entire time I'm still in Dark Sight because I waited a little bit to use my Shadow Veil to keep me in Dark Sight. And it ends perfectly as soon as I finish my Trick Blade, and I'm out of Dark Sight now. Now, as you can see, Sonic Blow and SSF, those cooldowns are lining up again. So that's when you do your secondary burst. But we won't be going over the secondary bursts. We're just talking about our primary first, about minute of bursting. So there's only 8 seconds left on Goddess. And you want to try to optimize as much damage as you can with your weaving, because Goddess is a big buff and you want to utilize it as much as you can. And it's just weaving. We don't have anything up really. So at this point, Goddess goes away. And when Goddess goes away, it's kind of like a breather. Like, obviously, you still want to optimize your DPS and keep hitting the boss. But since you have no buffs running at the moment, you can take a little breather. And you finish it out. You finish it off. I finish it off with one more Trick Blade. And the Trick Blade after this will line up with my SSF and Sonic Blow. And you basically repeat. And that's pretty much like what the first minute of Shadower Burst / DPS is like. Alright, so I hope I explained it well enough. If you have any questions or suggestions for anything, please leave a comment. I'll be reading them. And let me know what class you want to see next that I could break down for you guys. Hopefully you walk away from this video learning something new and you can optimize your damage more. I appreciate you watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time.